Hello, everybody. Welcome finally for a long time. It's my episode. Thank God. Okay, so today we are doing the classic Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, Last Action Hero, directed by John McTiernan. Um, I'm it is, and what we're here to talk about is this movie rotten or not. Now, like usual, we have the usual people. We have Scott,
Lou.
Eric, aka Bump Bunker,
Yeah, hello.
and finally, after 2 episodes, we got fucking Zach back.
Have we finally broken you of the whole rogues gallery thing?
I got rid of it.
Thank Christ.
I knew you were going to complain about it. I didn't want you to complain about it.
Learn the definition.
Wait till I get to my pitch.
Okay. All right. Touche. So we're here to talk. So guys, we're here to talk about Last Action Hero. We're going to talk about when. So the question is, we go by when did we first saw? What were our first impressions of when we first saw it? I'm gonna start with Eeny, Meeny, Mighty Mo, Zach.
Okay, my first impression from seeing it, like in I don't know, probably like '98 or something. I was a kid. Was this is a very weird yet boring movie. I was kind of bored by it because I had kind of already seen a lot of Schwarzenegger action films. And I'm like, I didn't get it at the time they were trying to make fun of it. I saw it as serious and couldn't figure out what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
That's why I compared it to Page Master, where you're like, when you're a kid, you're like, that's awesome. Now you're like, that's fucking weird.
Yeah. It's like the interesting thing about the logic of this movie is that you have to realize in the universe of this movie, what Schwarzenegger movies did not get made so that the Jack Slater movies can get made. Because I have my answer, and I think it's kind of obvious based on the setting of the end of 3 that Jack Slater 3 replaces Kindergarten Cop. because the
Are you sure it doesn't replace Twins?
No, 2 takes replaces Twins.
Okay. So it's just this series is just replacing his entire comedy career.
Yes. This is the series he does instead
is
of his
that
comedy.
What we're calling it?
Hey,
I thought it was called the Dark Times. That's what I called it.
Look, I unapologetically liked Junior's a horror story.
It is a Cronenberg movie. If you see it through the eyes of that as a Cronenberg film, it would be brilliant.
Yeah, Junior is literally The Baby Is You. It's an Emperor story.
It's fucking what did I just watch?
All right,
what's the name of that movie, Mac? We just watched.
We just watched
Malignant. It's Malignant. Twins is Malignant.
Hell no.
You mean Junior's Malignant?
No.
Junior is Malignant, yeah. Well, actually, a little both there.
Right. So
probably later.
The first time I ever heard about this movie is when some internet critic had covered it on his not so popular series. You know, he used to be popular back in the day, but everybody just hates him now. He's in a lot of GIFs or something.
I mean,
and because of the way he covered that movie, I just had no interest in watching it, and so this is actually my first time watching the movie.
Oh my god! Okay,
it's I hadn't heard about it until it was covered on that other unnamed critic show.
All
He
right.
dug his own grave.
All right, Scott.
I mean, I grew up on this movie. Like I watched this movie probably in like 1994 when it came to video. Like I used to have the action figure, a Jack Slater action figure, which they made for some reason. And like I own the Blu-ray. I'm a huge fan of this movie. I love
I wants
like
to know where
even.
you had. I wants to know where you had a crack problem back then.
Oh yeah, yeah. As like a child,
Yeah.
huge crack problem.
All right. I watched the movie. I watched this movie literally on HBO when I was a kid, and I loved it when I was a kid. It was very, very fun to watch. I like the meta about. I like that was meta a little bit. Like it was like this is like it's not just one Schwarzenegger movie. It's all of them. I love it. It's interesting to see this world and the way it is. As I grew older, I kind of respected what it did. I sort of respected what I did, but when I looked at the rating, I was like, "Yeah, this is okay." And then that made me go back and watch it and literally look at it with the lens. So we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I did love this kid as a kid, and I watched it again as an adult, and I liked it. Now, here we go. Let's get to this part. What is the best thing, Zach?
When the mother and him are talking at breakfast.
his like moments of self-actualization.
Yeah, basically, my biggest problem with this is we spend the first half of the movie in a place that doesn't have stakes,
Yeah.
and it gets kind of dull and boring. I got really bored, honestly. And then it's like, oh, this is the first time he's actually cared about a goddamn thing. It might actually have consequences. She might be sad when he leaves. This is the first time this is ever happening.
The way I saw it is that from the perspective of Danny, the first like 2/3 of this movie is his biggest dream, and the last third of this movie is his greatest nightmare. And if you look at it like that, it's like when you look at it through that lens, it's like, oh yeah, my it's like Jack Slater is my best favorite hero. Nothing can ever take him down.
Okay.
Into oh shit, my favorite hero could die because this is the real world.
My comments on the first part of the movie are not enough irony and jokes to make me forget I'm watching a mediocre at best action film.
Yeah, I think the movie just overall is kind of too long. Like if you shave
is-
off a good portion of like the movie world,
The movie
Absolutely.
is
stretch out the real world a little bit more, maybe.
the
They
movie is
need the-
2 hours 10 minutes. This
Yeah.
movie should not be 2 hours 10 minutes.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But
Hour
like,
45 tops, you know.
what makes this movie great though is what makes it seem great though is the stakes actually meaning something. Like for me at least, I'm like, okay, this is real. And I like that his characters literally never had a conversation before that wasn't scripted. If you think about that.
Yeah.
Like he's having a full fucking Truman Show breakdown.
Yeah, I mean the people in his life that like exist in his world are only like he can only see them if they're in the cast. So like he can't see his wife in
How
this
does
movie because she's
how
not in
does
the cast.
daughter factor into all this?
She's a new cast member.
New Testament.
No,
Right,
no, but
so-
does he actually love his daughter or not?
All right, so I think it's like judging by the way, like it's weird, right? Because like obviously like the physics of the world count as like work in a certain way, so that it's like, you know, it's a movie that like, these are the things like, oh, my ex-wife's not in the movie because she's not in the credits, but it's like and we'll get into this when we like want to talk about like the end of the movie. But it's like I think by the time the world ends, the movie ends, is like that Jack Slater is in like is his own universe, because it's like I don't think that it's like what would happen is all the people at the premiere would see the movie that Danny
It
experienced.
magically alters. It
It
magically
did.
alters every single cut of the film.
Yeah, so it's
so
like
that now you see the meta version.
Well,
of
no,
what was
maybe
inside.
that's the idea. Like it's the spirit of film or something.
yeah.
Some esoteric piece of media like that.
Actually,
like-
if
otherwise-
you really
Otherwise,
really
every
think-
single copy of Dracula, you could get Dracula.
yeah, and it gets real interesting when you think about the fact that when all the cast are like talking about the movie and like how Arnold Schwarzenegger is talking about how it's a much more like serious movie. It's like we're getting more serious tones, and by the end of the movie he like quits being a cop. It's like did it actually change like what happened in real life when they were filming the movie?
Honestly, I think what like rewatching it this time, I haven't watched it all the way through in a while. Like there are a couple of different like Wizard of Oz references. Like Benedict calls Danny Toto.
Yeah.
I feel like the original plan was probably to have this be like a Wizard of Oz type of thing where he wakes up and it was all a dream.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, but what if we brought him into the real world?
Maybe even like a Princess Bride thing going on.
It's right, exactly. Yeah. And
Which-
it just
which
becomes
would
like, oh, but it's a better movie if we actually do it for real.
Yeah, if this movie ended at the hour 35 mark, that would have been the movie.
Right.
All right, Eric.
My best scene is when Danny pulls the "I caught you monologuing" to then proceed to get caught monologuing. that
100%.
was so
That was a
good.
good
That was
turnaround.
So
yeah.
good.
And this, can we talk about the cast? Because like F. Murray Abraham, just so many great cast members. Tina Turner is the mayor.
Yeah.
We got 2 straight movies with Danny DeVito in it.
Oh yeah.
I don't think
Yeah,
we've
we
ever
did.
done that.
I literally have written down "fuck Jim Belushi."
Oh yeah.
Hey, now he sells
He
weed. He's
is
cool.
he has never been funny in his life.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I mean,
But,
the man's
like,
had to live his
if all he
entire
did-
life to be compared to his brother.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like he tried to be something else that didn't work. It's just bad. It's just not funny at all. Like according to Jim, was terrible.
He had enough sense to turn down Blues Brothers 2000 though, so got to give him credit there.
Or was he just stoned?
No, man, he like flat out turned it down. Apparently,
Yeah.
I mean,
Aykroyd
that's
wanted
true.
it to happen.
yeah, Aykroyd makes some interesting decisions. Still more respectable than Jim Belushi.
I agree. I can concur with that.
Dan
I think
Aykroyd's
he should
gone
go
down a
sell
weird
weed.
path.
True. All right, Scott. I know I'm feeling you're gonna steal my answer.
I don't know. I don't know if I am. I've got a couple answers, but I think I'm this time around I'm gonna go with the scene where Jack meets Nick, the guy who like the projectionist at the theater.
Okay.
Where
That's
he-
my backup. That was actually my backup.
Yeah, for a
Thank
lot
God.
of the same reasons that Zach picked his scene, because it was like it was cool to see him in the real world interacting and like reckoning with that for the first time.
Right.
And just like it's kind of funny his back and forth with Nick and Nick trying to like pump him back up. It was a good scene.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna go for the funny. Fuck all y'all for realism. To me, the thing that sticks out and I laugh at it every time is the Hamlet trailer.
It's great.
I literally have written down what class shows Laurence Olivier before reading Hamlet.
So
That is a terrible way to teach an English class. That's right there.
okay,
You're never going to
but
get them to read Hamlet now.
It ain't supposed to be real. It's just supposed to be funny. It's just
here's the thing.
stupid.
Here's the thing. Arnold
No,
Schwarzenegger.
that's specifically supposed to take place in the real world.
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as Hamlet doesn't work in Hamlet. Arnold Schwarzenegger as Hamlet would be amazing in Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are Dead.
Oh yes. Yes. It just was hilarious. I was laughing my ass off at it. I was like, this is stupid. To be or not to be. Not to
Not
be.
to be.
I'm like, what?
Hey, Claudius, you killed my father. Big mistake.
You're laughing. That was like I'm
You
laughing.
make a really good King Lear. Just think about it. You make a King Lear, and then you just have nothing but people in shorts and pretending it's California. Be perfect.
Yeah.
But
That would be funny
it
too.
had to be Hamlet so that they could call Hamlet the first action hero.
Right.
I mean, like I said, I understand that.
Robin Hood, anyone?
Huh?
Robin Hood, anyone?
Does Hamlet predate Robin Hood? I don't know.
No.
I honestly
No,
don't know.
the legend of Robin Hood is way older.
Hmm.
So yeah, Robin Hood is the first.
And you want to go
We
before
already
that?
did
Beowulf.
Robin Hood's more of an anti-hero.
We already did.
He's the
Robin
first
Hood.
anti-hero.
No, I'm just saying Beowulf exists too.
No, it's the difference between
no.
being a hero and an action hero.
In my opinion, most action heroes are actually villains anyway.
Yeah.
So it's kind of.
But it was. Look, I like the thing.
Unless
I
it's
know-
Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan is not allowed to be a villain.
But
No, he's Mr. Nice Guy.
like I said, I agree. I like the Hamlet scene, but like I said, I also like Scott scene because I just like how he just talks with him. It like he literally. I like the scene particularly when he goes in the second time to go see Jack Slater 4 and literally treats him like a fucking human being. Like, all right, you got to have a ticket. I had this ticket by Harry Houdini himself. I liked it. It just felt like he really loved the kid, and they loved each other. So
Can I say
like
the
that.
whole Harry Houdini thing makes no fucking sense?
Who
Well,
cares?
who cares? Damn it!
Look, I live
Magic, damn
a
it.
couple. I mean, I live a couple blocks from the Harry Houdini Museum, so I actually have to care.
Honestly, it should have just been Charlie Chaplin. It should have just been Charlie
Yep.
Chaplin.
That would have worked too. I would have liked it if it was Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, that would have worked. Yeah.
Somebody
I'm just saying.
like maybe like a Cecil B. DeMille's ticket or something,
Mhm.
something that related to the film industry, not
Yeah.
the.
Or
No.
like a Humphrey
I
Bogart.
agree with that, but it's just, I guess they just.
They wanted somebody with like a magic connection.
Yeah.
Like, I agree. The movie.
Are you
connection would've
telling
been
me
better.
Humphrey Bogart isn't inherently magical?
He was in this movie in his cameo.
Yeah.
All right.
Digital.
That probably would have been my
digital-
backup answer.
Yeah.
The first scene in the police station with
The
like
digital
where
recreation
they're
of-
teaming up
of-
all the characters.
Damn it! That was the other one too. That's the third.
I literally have written down chewing my eggs.
My backup was I'm a comedy psychic. Oh no, I can't do this.
I didn't have a backup at all.
No, Zach.
I've got a dozen. You can take any one of mine.
Yeah.
Well, no, I don't have a backup because I knew none of you would pick it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Fair. That's very fair. Very
It's like
fair.
the one that had the highest probability of picking it was me, probably.
I mean, I also love the scene where Benedict like tests out the real world. He shoots the guy in the street, and he's just looking around waiting for
Oh, yeah,
somebody to
he's-
like.
Oh no! Oh,
arrest
we'll,
him.
get to
That's
that.
some social commentary right
No,
there.
that is
We'll get to that
that's
later.
not social commentary. That's just New York.
We'll get to that
There
later.
was-
We'll get to,
There was one time I was coming off Metro North, leaving Grand Central Station, and this homeless lady starts yelling at me about how I'm not going to seduce her. I'm just like, fucking New York, man. Wild.
Hey man, maybe you shouldn't have been trying to seduce her.
I was
Question.
just trying to make
Okay,
the walk from Grand Central to Penn Station. It's
Okay, Eric, I have a question. Why does every New Yorker describe the streets as though anyone else knows what they're talking?
yeah, you know what?
That's a question. Good question. Like, I don't tell you what streets I walk on. It's kind of weird.
Your streets aren't in movies.
I do not know that. I mean, there probably is one documentary about the Packers staying here or something.
It's like
Nobody watches
Grand Central.
documentaries.
Grand Central Station is photogenic as fuck, and Penn Station's right next to Madison Square Garden,
I've seen Grand Central Station get destroyed a couple times in movies.
Yeah.
So
and in Quantico.
Then again, everything's in Canada these days.
that is true.
All right.
Can
So
we
here
can we
go.
also talk about Leo the Fart's funeral? Because I mean,
Oh,
one,
yeah.
great name. Two,
Leo-
awesome scene.
Yeah.
I checked out.
I mean-
it was so funny. All of the stuff that Arnold was doing was hilarious.
Oh God.
Once you cross the line into farce, it no longer it's a scary movie effect for me. Where the further the farce goes, the more I don't care anymore.
It's like I can pinpoint the point where you stopped caring. It's when Arnold says, looks like Leo's gonna pass gas one last time, and that's when you checked out.
Great.
Oh, I was gone.
I listen to like two of them are gonna love that, and Zach's gonna check out.
He's like, fuck this movie.
Oh, Super Size Me was filmed here.
All right. So here we go. Here we go. So
Ed Gein the musical was, of course.
before we get to Zach's possible favorite part, so what is the best line? Zach, what is the best line?
Get it up. I was trying to find other things. I should tell you I've killed people smarter and younger than you.
Yeah.
The younger part is the part that makes it funny to me because I'm like, I was picturing him shooting a baby, you know?
See, the best part about that is that it's also a callback to earlier in the movie where he tells Jack, shoot me, because guys like you don't shoot kids.
Mhm.
And then he shoots
He's
kids.
like, I shoot kids.
Yeah.
Question, if he took a bullet to the face, would he live anyway? Like in that world, could you just fucking shoot babies and be fine?
Look,
I'm trying to figure out how that world works.
look, in that world, you can it's like a grown man can survive a shot straight to the chest, but a young child can't survive a 3-story drop.
Are you sure? I would think it would be the opposite, where babies are protected extremely, where they're basically bulletproof and they weaken over time because the older you are, the more likely it is that you're going to die in the film.
So you're saying you should make like a vest out of babies?
Yes,
That's basically what you're
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well,
All right, and Scott, we need to test this in the real world. Mac, get the fucking. We need babies.
All right.
all right.
So,
All right, Eric.
the best. See, it's a lot harder to choose a best line than it is a best scene because it's like the scenes are great. It's where this movie suffers is the dialogue.
Oh yeah.
But if I had to choose one, it's like it's 180. If I did 360, I'd be right back where I started.
I've been trying to tell people that for fucking years. I hear that all the time. I did a three. I talked to a lot of political people. I was literally listening to a communist stream earlier. Okay, but I hear people all the time go, I went 360 on that. No, you didn't. You went 180 on it. What the fuck are you talking about? Watch the X Games. Watch Tony Hawk. For fuck's sake.
Yo, I went a full 900 on that.
All right. Scott.
Mine's about DeVito. Is when Danny first spots him. He's like, "There's a cartoon cat." He's like, "He was supposed to be back on duty. He was only suspended a month." That whole back and forth is great.
That was the first part where I'm like, I'm gonna start tuning out, aren't I? That was the first hint.
It was the real thing. It's like you can't use real world logic to say, hey, this shouldn't make sense because it exists in the world they live in. So why would they think that it's weird?
Okay. Think about the film.
Yeah.
do all the films just have a cartoon cat in it?
I think he's just a character in the movie
Or-
for no
At
It's like,
reason.
is that
at
just a
least one of them did.
So why? I'm just saying that's a pretty bizarre thing to do, and like, why is there a cartoon cat in that move? In that, you'd think it like the implication would be he's from another film or something,
Hey, Robert Patrick was in it.
Yeah.
So was Humphrey Bogart.
but it's
They were playing a
I'm
little
not
fast and loose with
I
like
am
the
not
rules of the
sure
movie
how this
universe.
movie thing works at all.
It's
It is the
it's
most
it's like
unclear shit ever.
it's like weird. It's like especially with that is like it was trying to be Roger Rabbit,
Right.
especially with Danny DeVito's
And
character.
Arnold is no, fucking Hoskins. Come on.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, I was gonna say if you say otherwise, we might have to find a new person.
I mean, late career Hoskins wasn't even Hoskins.
Yeah.
It's like when we eventually do our review on White River, we'll see.
We'll see. Yeah.
I bought that. We
We'll
better
fucking
do it at some
see.
point.
Rip it and
All right.
upload it so we can all watch it.
I gotta get something with a DVD player.
All right. My favorite scene is
Line.
my favorite line is I shot someone and I want to confess.
Hey, shut up.
Yeah.
It's very
I
New
said
York.
I shot someone and I want to confess. I shut up. That was too
The
funny. I
whole-
like
The whole thing where he's like exploring the real world for the first time and he sees the people like rob the guy of his shoes. He's like, his shoes? Like, why are they stealing his shoes? And then he like sees nobody cares. It was
Well, what's the thing? It's like only big time villainy is things that happen in the movies. Nobody fucking films somebody stealing somebody's shoes.
Yeah.
that's another reason why I think you can kind of like forgive some of the bad lines because it is supposed to be the fourth bad movie
Yeah.
in this universe.
It's like the movie
So
is
what? It's like Death Wish,
Kind of, or
It-
like a dirty
where it
Harry.
just gets progressively worse.
Yeah,
no,
I think
it's-
it is
it's-
because like at the beginning he's trying to like his second favorite cousin is the guy he's like getting revenge for.
All right,
It's
so
supposed to be,
here's-
like an
here's-
over the top movie.
here's why in my brain, here's why I think that's the route that it went down. I want, just going off of this, I think in the first movie, he's rescuing his ex-wife, very diehard. Second movie, he's rescuing his daughter. Third movie, he's rescuing his son and failing. So he's now run out of family members. So he's got his favorite second cousin.
Right.
Well, no. This is where the organization he works for should turn on him, if we're following correctly.
Yeah. No, this is
What, the police?
The police.
Yeah, exactly.
No, we're too
They
early.
turned
for
on him in the
ACAB.
last one.
Yeah.
Remember in the last one?
And,
They're like,
that's,
give me your
and, then,
badge.
and then he runs into Blue Streak, and the whole thing becomes a shit show.
It's like we're too early for ACAB is the thing.
Right.
all right. Now we're getting
Well, no. The police though, like, can have corruption.
Yeah.
Like, police chiefs being corrupt is nothing new.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Decker is not corrupt.
He's
Decker's
just
a good
angry.
cop. He's just so mad.
He's just so mad.
They want to fuck.
By the way, I
like,
was watching this. I watched this on Pluto, and my sister
same
has
here.
my sister has the subtitles on, and the subtitles could not keep up with him.
Mm.
It
At
is-
one point, he's just speaking gibberish.
yeah, no, when he's just speaking gibberish, like the subtitles literally have no idea what to do.
No, they couldn't keep up with when he was actually speaking English.
Yeah,
And his ears are
Oh.
smoking.
Also,
yeah. And with that scene specifically, the subtitles just stopped. They
also,
just
how good of a
stopped.
movie can this possibly be if it's on Pluto for free?
Yeah.
all right. Let's get to Zach's favorite part. What is the worst thing? Scott. Fuck you, Zach.
The worst scene, the burglar scene at the beginning when Danny's house gets robbed and like they throw the key in the toilet. It's literally only there to set up the key.
Yeah.
True. I kind of liked it a little bit because I mean I know it set up the key, but I kind of liked it because it showed how rough Danny's life is. But I understand what you're saying.
I think it was just to establish that, hey, this is just New York. Shit like this happens.
I
This
literally
isn't
They
movie New
established
York.
that
This is
later.
real New
They-
York.
I think they established that later with Benedict. I don't think they need that at the beginning.
Yeah, okay.
What? Okay, does anyone know why his mom literally lies to the teacher to help him cut class?
Because she's a good mom. Or a bad mom, depending on your perspective.
I was gonna say, like, I would have my ass beat. Like,
Well, I mean, it's
what?
not like I mean, it's not like she's Kevin McAllister's mom. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's fair.
I mean,
She's just trying her best. She's a single mom in New York.
Yeah, and she had a husband.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
like
single mom, New York. That's when you start becoming a wine mom, and you get the whip
Yeah,
out.
but Kevin McAllister's mom had a
Jack
husband,
oranges.
and she left him twice.
They had a husband, they had a grandpa, or like an uncle or whatever the hell that
And
guy
they
was.
left him.
Oh no, waspy motherfuckers do weird things.
That's true.
yeah.
Me and
Anyway.
Eric can attest to this. Waspy people, don't trust them.
All right.
All right. Eric, what is the worst thing?
Right. So the worst scene, right? It's when he says that he's seen it's a connection. So it's when he said he's seen Jack Slater 3 6 times. And then later says that it's been 3 years since his son died. Meaning that of this being his favorite character in a span of 3 years, he has seen this movie 6 times. And when we start the movie is the 6th time.
Okay. All right.
So
Oh,
we're supposed to accept that this kid is super obsessed with Jack Slater as a character, but this is only the 6th time he has seen this movie.
okay. I think I can explain this.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the year is whatever the plot writers say it is.
It has to at least be past 91.
But it doesn't have to be relative to anything. They could do whatever,
No,
whatever they want.
Terminator 2.
They directly reference Terminator 2, so
They
it has
did,
to be
they
past 91.
But I mean, even with the reference, it's like we're freewheeling here.
My argument for this is that he is poor.
Yeah, I guess I do guess that
And how-
to really pull him back, they do mention that he doesn't have a VCR. So I
Yeah.
guess fair.
Well, not to mention the whole like if that it's only playing at this one theater that's going to be shut down. Let's be honest.
Yeah. No, I think they
Yeah.
actually say that it's going to get shut down
Yeah.
in the scene
Oh
where
god.
Jack
There's like
and Nick meet.
graffiti and like homeless people hanging out there.
Yeah.
It's like it's the
It's
theater
heaven.
that's done. It's
Yeah,
heaven.
it's heaven. Like they'd be showing grindhouse movies there. I'd be fucking there all day. They wouldn't be showing Jack Slater. They'd be showing like
Look-
I don't know, fucking what's the name of it? Oh, something She-Wolf of the SS. Can't think of the name of it. Weird castration scene. That's all I remember.
And honestly, it's a shame that movie theater is getting shut down because the architecture is fucking gorgeous.
It's an awesome theater.
I love the setup of that fucking movie theater, but unfortunately, movie theaters that look like that can't exist in this day and age because it's just not the style.
And just not enough people are going to theaters anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do not blame them.
Hobos pee in it.
It's
right.
New York. It's New York. I'm assuming hobos pee in more places than that.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've told you guys about the time I was taking the subway and we had to fully stop because a homeless dude made a complete mess of the car behind me.
That'll happen.
like it was bad enough that they had to fucking stop the train.
All right, Zach. Tell us what's your worst thing.
Okay, the E.T. reference.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's reasonable. Yeah.
So, because fuck E.T. as well. I hate that movie
Yeah.
so much.
It's like honestly, it's like if it wasn't for that, I think the I'm the comedy relief would have been my favorite scene. But then
Yeah.
it did get. It's like it's
It
didn't
took
need to
away
be
all its power.
yeah.
It undercut itself so badly,
Yeah.
and like just the fucking. I don't know. Why is there an E.T. reference? E.T. isn't even an action film.
I don't.
Don't
It's 'cause
know.
he's a
yeah,
kid.
I didn't get that one. Yeah,
It's
he was
'cause-
on a bike. He's a kid. Yeah, but I like the gymnastics that Arnold was doing when he like hopped off the balcony. He just like drops down like 50 feet and just starts doing gymnastics over the other houses.
Also, it's like I should have said this in like the positive. I love how this movie like predates half the bad Die Hard sequels, but somehow proceeds to make fun of the Die Hard sequels that haven't come out yet. So it's like this movie's a little precognitive. It
Kind of like
predicted
how
it predicted Die Hard 4 and 5.
Oh yeah.
it's kind of like how Goldmember kind of predicted Spectre.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone want to talk about Bond?
I want to talk about Spectre.
It's like
I like Spectre, so
it's like this is we're filming this the weekend the new Bond comes out.
Which I heard is interesting.
I have yet to see a Bond film outside of this show.
Oh yeah,
You should
oh, yeah, we made you
see
watch
Casino Royale.
I should see Casino Royale, but
Matt Mikkelsen is
GoldenEye.
perfect.
I just bought like a box set of all of the movies, so I'm gonna
I mean,
watch the ones I haven't seen.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I've had the best luck hooking people into Bond through Casino Royale, and then they go back to the older ones.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
pretty much what I did. I saw GoldenEye when I was young, but I didn't really remember it.
Oh,
I mean, I played GoldenEye when I was young.
okay.
I remember
Don't count. Sean Bean is. We all know Sean Bean is great. All right, so I guess I gotta go. The worst thing, me, is I don't like the. I just don't like. I guess it's sort of. I understand it's supposed to be meta. He's looking at himself. I just didn't like Arnold being Arnold. Did that make me? That
You didn't like that Arnold was playing himself in this movie as well as
Yeah,
also playing Jack Slater?
yeah, it was boring me a little bit.
I didn't like how much they did of it.
Yeah,
I like
Yeah.
that last scene where he's like, "I don't like you very much," but I don't like the other stuff.
Yeah, a
Playing
dad will
college.
do you on that kind of thing.
Yeah. I wish they just ignored that
Yeah,
part.
Especially the stuff with the interviews is like
Mhm.
Well, that's why I have fuck Jim Belushi written down.
yeah that's why you have it's like the only good thing that came out of that interview segment is when the guy from the third movie comes by and then the actor that played him comes by and they're just confused.
Right.
Well, there's one good thing about the Arnold scene, and that scene, his ex-wife, makes it extra funny these days.
I like when MC Hammer comes up to him and he's like, "Hey, we're good for Jack Slater 5, right?" Which to me confirms that they're working on Jack Slater 5.
Yeah, which is weird. So it's like it's been 3 years since 3, but they've already greenlit 5.
Hell yeah! Before it even comes out, before it even
Look, it's the Fast and the Furious formula.
Yeah.
which wait for my pitch.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like I can already tell Scott and I are going similar-ish directions, but with different genres with our pitches.
I'm going crazy. You might be surprised. I think it's that messed up my groove.
What?
Yeah.
I'm probably
All right, Mac. Let's move along.
all right. So worst line. Fuck it. Zach, let's hear yours.
Pray tell, how do I feel about this weird sack of looking puppy poop?
Huh.
Yeah.
That was horrible. Also, they just need to fuck. Seriously.
Yeah.
Just
It's
Just
the
fuck
90s.
it
They
out.
won't. It's the 90s. They won't.
Okay, go to the real world, then they can fuck.
Once again, it's the 90s. They won't.
Well, now you know part of my mind you pitch. You think I'm kidding?
I don't.
All right.
Mine's
So
gonna be a little acid trippy. Let's put it that way.
All right, Eric.
My worst line is you make it to be a grandfather. It's like, so this movie Grim Reaper knows the real life death date of this real life boy, but not the death date of this fictional character.
Well, that's because in fiction you're immortal.
I mean,
until your film disintegrates.
but then
But
This can be
it's a
forever.
fictional death though.
Yeah,
but then also that fictional death gave a massive spoiler alert to a film buff, and you know how they hate spoilers.
Hey, well, this whole movie is about this kid trying to spoil the movie for Jack Slater. So fuck that kid.
I'm actually kind of curious about what the plot of this of what Jack Slater 4 was supposed to be about.
Me too. I agree.
It's like how many of these scenes, like these are clearly action scenes, but how many of these scenes were not like in the movie but not in the movie?
Right.
Well, there was definitely the Leo the Fart like scene was definitely like a big set piece for this movie.
Yeah, because that was set up in before he got into the movie, because they were talking about the funeral.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and go Scott. Yeah, you want to be a farmer? Here's a couple acres. That was stupid.
Dude said that to a cop.
Yeah, and kept them. It was stupid. And I admit I said that in the last episode, but I even admit that was a stupid line, because I'll admit that was a dumb line. That's my worst line. I don't get why people
stupid
like it.
lines is this movie's greatest weakness and strength.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that was the dumbest out of all mine. Like, what the fuck?
I don't know, weird looking sack of puppy poop.
Yeah, but you want to be a farmer here with a couple of acres. He's not a fucking
Chewing my eggs.
Yeah, but he's not a farmer. He's a fucking cop, Zach.
It's like literally nothing up. I guess it's supposed to be a callback to an earlier point in the movie that we didn't see, but it just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it don't.
Can I say I would watch like a B movie called Farmer Cop?
Farmer Cop.
I've watched Wolf Cop already.
All right.
It's great, by the way.
He turns into a farmer at the full moon.
Scott?
Okay. Mine was when they're leaving the police station and Danny just says to a random person, "Hi, I'm Jack Slater's new partner. Jack and I will be working together for the duration of this film." I don't know. I'm not a big fan of like cutesy kids in movies, and that was like a very cutesy kid line.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah, but it's also exactly what you would have heard in that genre.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I mean, that line is the equivalent to "I'm the new Blue Ranger."
Oh, God. Oh, damn it. You're not
That
in that
is-
damn film.
But he's the only real character, so he wouldn't speak like that.
Damn it. Power Rangers Turbo does not exist. Fuck
No,
that
well,
movie.
There's a whole season.
No,
Yeah.
that movie was shit.
No, I'm just saying, like, you think that. There's a whole season of that.
Oh, no, I know. I'm just saying that movie was shit. I love the first movie. I have a soft spot for the first Power Rangers movie.
I was going to say you have a fetish for bad CGI.
No, actually,
I'm still so annoyed that they didn't make a sequel to the reboot.
Nah.
The reboot was good.
I wanted to
Oh, no,
watch
it was good. Like, honestly, the villain was the only thing that needed work,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Like if we had real
Goldar
if we
was a
had
bad idea.
if all this movie really needed was actual Goldar. If that movie had actual Goldar, it would have been so much better.
And he's all about trying to get all the words oil so he can actually move his mouth for once.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like
All right.
it's like if you threw in Rita Repulsa trying to turn real Goldar into that Goldar, it's like and then we have the Rita Goldar dynamic throughout that movie to balance them out. I think it would have been a much better movie.
Yeah.
But that's
Well,
neither here nor there. Has
it
nothing
is
to do
here
with
nor
Lax
there.
Action
We're-
Hero.
We're gonna let's talk about another dead franchise.
All right, let's get this over with. Zach, is it so hold on before I start. So it is at a 40% on Rotten Tomatoes. gonna start it off. I'm just gonna rip the band-aid off and go right for Zach. Zach, is it rotten?
No, 67.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Look.
Like I said in the chat, I said cynical, not negative.
Yeah.
These are two different concepts.
So you think it's fresh? Wow.
Yeah, no, it's very, very interesting for a film of its time.
Wow. I was
It's
thinking
just a
more
movie.
rotten. Yeah.
It's just a misunderstood movie.
Yes. It's a movie that needed work,
Yeah.
but there's nothing horribly bad about it. I didn't turn it off. I kept on thinking about the concepts. The first half of the movie is the biggest weakness
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
because there's no real stakes.
I guess and it's understandable. Most of our worst is literally in the first things in the movie almost.
Mhm.
Most of our worst mostly is in the first. So yeah, I understand.
Well, no, that's more about stakes not being there. But for
Yeah.
me, it's like it's like put you in a fictional world, you know.
Fuck, I'm fucking.
By the way, guys, is this movie a 2-layer isekai? It's an isekai and then a reverse isekai.
Can I say I'm ashamed for knowing exactly what you're talking about?
All right.
I'm about to tweet Last Action Hero is an isekai.
Go
I'm about
for
to
it,
tweet
man.
this right now.
David. Eric, is it rotten? David.
No, I'm gonna give it like a 65.
Okay, good.
Okay, Mac, you need to put the Last Action Hero as an isekai. Eric Ossenmacher, like in quotes at the bottom of for the bottom of the screen for for this.
Look,
Just
Just have to
saying,
double-
we need
you
to.
guys know me. You know I can't spell whatever the fuck you're saying.
I'm spell checking it right now, and I'm about to tweet it.
Also, I want to see Max spell Ossenmacher.
I mean, it's literally if you literally just go to my Twitter, both
Yeah,
my
that's exactly
name,
what I do.
both my name and the tweet is
Look,
there.
I can't even
Look, man, I have given you correct things, and you have where you could copy and paste, and you've sent me ungodly patterns of letters and numbers.
All right,
All right,
let's
Satan
move on.
himself couldn't do that.
Let's move on.
Is it rotten?
You asked me. You got to ask Scott.
Oh yeah, Scott. Is it fucking rotten?
No, of course it's not rotten. I'm gonna put it at a 75 because I
Okay.
thought it's a great movie that has room for improvement.
Right. All right. Ask me the question.
All right, Mac. Is Last Action Hero rotten?
No.
I almost did the thing where I slopped it up on you. I decided not to.
I
I'm
answered it before
I'm
you
like,
You were
began.
trying to Bugs Bunny him.
I have Bugs Bunny him before, and I've got
Yes. And no. You notice I said no as soon as you
For,
said it. 'cause I
for
knew you
those of you too young, this is a duck season, rabbit season joke.
Yes.
no, it is not rotten.
For those of you that saw Space Jam 2, I'm sorry. You should do.
I've
mean,
seen it.
sorry, that's all I can say. 90s nostalgia kids have ruined your childhood. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're gonna hate my pitch.
I knew I was.
So I wanted to go 69. I really wanted to go 69, but I want to go 74. I think it's a good movie. I agree with Scott. It's a movie that got a lot of room to improve. It has a lot of room for improvement.
I think that balances us out to I think just over 70 average between the four of us.
Which is good.
Yeah. So we all agree that Rotten Tomatoes was really wrong. It shouldn't be a 4.
Oh no! That's a different show. We have to be legally distinct. We have to be legally
No.
distinct.
They have to be legally distinct.
Why I get why you might have thought I'd go like give it a negative review, but no, I said cynical, man. Cynical.
You being negative, damn it.
Look, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been 2 episodes, and we were like,
It's been 2
Man.
episodes, and then it was a long time since the episode before that.
yeah. And when we did the last episode, we were like, man, what Zach would say. Yeah.
I'm still.
Well,
I'm
it
still
should be
super-
my turn next,
It
and I
is
have
your
mine
pick
lined up.
next.
Yeah, it's your turn next. Yeah.
But,
You guys are not going to like this movie.
yeah,
Warning
but
you.
all right,
Great.
so let's knock out these pitches real quick. All right,
You want me to get my bullshit over with?
all right,
Yes.
yeah, let you go.
Oh, as always.
All right. So look, my film is just I like the meta of it. So in this film, Jack Slater gets a part. In the next film, it's gonna be Jack Slater. It's not gonna be. It's gonna be Jack Slater like 4. It's gonna be Jack Slater. We're on 4, right? This is the 4th Jack
Yeah,
Slater,
this
right?
is 4.
Jack Slater 5, and it's gonna be called Jack Slater 5. And what's gonna happen is at the beginning of the film, Jack Slater get killed. He gets killed off, and because I want to get rid of Arnold Schwarzenegger, because I got to get him off the franchise because we can't put him in every damn film. So I'm going to get rid of Arnold Schwarzenegger, and we're going to let somebody else take over. It could be anybody. Just name some random celebrity. It could be Chris Pratt, whoever, whatever. It could be Chris Pratt because hell, think about it. He's married into the family. What
He's
the fuck?
Mario.
I actually considered Chris Pratt. I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, look. I don't.
And then I'm like, he looks too doughy faced, you know? He doesn't
No,
have
I
any
understand.
kind
I'm
of
just saying.
chisel
I'm just
to him.
saying. Any celebrity you want to put in here, just put whatever random celebrity. I'm just putting out there. It'll be right
Army
there.
Hammer.
Yeah, put him in there.
Maybe not Army Hammer.
I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm just saying whatever.
Thank you for
celebrity-
catching that, Eric.
Henry Cavill?
Henry Cavill, yeah.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill works.
Yeah. So put him in this film, and what's going to happen is we're going to get
The Iron Sheik. Let's keep going.
So what we're going to do is I'm basically going to do a different story, and it's going to be a kid who is a new fan of Jack Slater films, not the kid that we saw in the last film. It's a new fan who knows the entire franchise in and out, and he is upset with the fact that they killed off Jack Slater. So he goes into the film and he tries to, look at this guy and literally like, hey, how are you the new Jack Slater? Stuff like
They're
that.
trying to make Henry Cavill's character act more like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Sort of. I don't know. I guess. No, it's just literally.
Oh,
him
can you do
trying-
an accent?
No, we're not doing that. No, I
Henry
just want
Cavill
this-
already does an accent. The dude's British.
Yeah, just have him do an Austrian accent. Screw it.
Look, you do whatever you want. I just want him to literally. I just want. The story is basically about this kid trying to, put himself, trying to get this guy to sell him why he should be the new last action hero. So that's what I want to do. It's Last Action Hero 2, Jack's dead.
I don't understand the premise as to why anyone want to become the next action hero.
Right.
No, not me.
All right.
No,
So
not me. I'm just saying.
I don't understand the goal.
yeah.
Huh?
I don't understand the goal.
He doesn't understand the mission statement of the
No, I'm trying to say this kid is trying to literally look at. It's basically a new kid that gets the ticket. It's basically the kid being in the same situation, getting a new ticket, and he's trying to literally get this kid to sell him because he don't like him. He don't like him. So he don't like him. He's like, hey, look, I don't like you. You suck. It's sort of like a banter, like, you're not Jack Slater. You know what I'm saying? You're not him. You're going through the film. He's actually doing better than Jack Slater. He's like, you're not him. But he's actually doing better than him. You know what I'm saying? The whole premise of the film is he actually.
It sounds like you talking about Heath Slater's Joker.
Okay.
Scott,
Anyway.
Scott just felt bad.
Anyway, let's just move
Scott,
on to
you
the
get a little
next thing.
tickle in your fickle there.
Let's move on to the
What are you trying to say? That's bad? Is it bad?
It's weird.
It's just weird. All right, so my pitch, right? So
Like I said, fucked up my mojo, Zach.
I'm going to start with the title of my pitch, which is the new action hero. So this movie takes place in the real world. It takes place present day. Danny has grown up, has had at least one or two children, but the movie will mostly focus on his son. And Danny has recovered the projector that Jack Slater has, his world is in, and he has that in his house. He's made a career as actually a professional film critic. Because he loves movies so much, but he could not make them because he's experienced living in a movie. He could not make a movie, but he does become a professional film critic and is able to actually get himself a house in the New York suburbs. So he lives in a much better neighborhood than he grew up in. He's got a family, and he tries to connect with his son over movies, and he's kept the second half of the ticket this entire time, and has gone back into the world to interact with Jack Slater, because in my movie the universe of Jack Slater has gone on separate from the movies of Jack Slater. So he goes in and tells Jack, hey, this is what movie he was doing, you're just to prove that he is now his own person. And just a couple cameos from Arnold Schwarzenegger as an old man, but this movie will mostly focus on his son getting a hold of this ticket and going into and interacting with his action franchise, which is superhero movies. And this movie will the action hero of this movie is Tom Holland. So it's this young kid running around with Tom Holland in a tropey version, and an extra tropey superhero movie setup. It's think this movie, but with superhero tropes, but with the forethought of you can be more on the nose with these sort of things.
Like the Crimson Chin.
Yes.
Yes!
Yes. Very much like the Crimson Chin.
You son of a bitch! I knew you were going for that.
But yeah, it's that. That is the process.
Well, the other thing I've written down is Chalk Zone.
Yeah, it's this movie will mostly focus on those two cameos from the Danny as a grown adult, and brief cameos of Arnold Schwarzenegger, so he can be connected but not in the movie fully.
Just to let you know, my pitch was actually tamed because I actually was going to put more in it, but I'm going to shut up.
I was going
to put the Terminator in my film.
Hey, let me get to mine. Come on. All right, so mine starts very similarly to Eric's, except Danny isn't a very successful film critic. He's kind of like a shitty film blogger online. And
I have
a question about the critic thing, quick.
Yeah.
If he's grown up and knows these films have actual living things inside of them, would he not criticize things and they would be in order to make it better for them to live?
Oh, mine is he's like a far
how would he grapple with it? How would he grapple with knowing if he says, well, this character should have died, that they'll die? How do you grapple with this?
Let's just say that he gets very good at not comparing actors' performances between movies.
So in other words, he goes all L from Death Note. Not L, the other one, Kira.
Mine's full on Rorschach. He's just talking crazy, and people are like, yeah, some people kind of like it. Most people are like, what is wrong with this guy? But anyway, there's a reboot of Jack Slater coming along because the old Jack Slater stopped after Jack Slater 5 got too meta. So the new one is starring The Rock with an Austrian accent, which I just added after the last conversation.
I almost made it The Rock.
Damn it!
I almost made it The Rock.
Ah!
But anyway, so Danny takes the magic ticket because he's so upset about this new reboot coming out that he goes to bring the new Jack Slater to meet the old awesome Jack Slater, but he accidentally brings the new Jack Slater into Hobbs and Shaw 2. So now new Jack Slater is losing his mind. He doesn't understand any of this. He steals the magic ticket and he leaves the Fast and the Furious universe. So now Danny has to stay in the Fast and the Furious universe, get the family together to bridge all of their universes, And then eventually you bring in all of the villain. Meanwhile, the new Jack Slater is recruiting all the villains from other movies. So he's bringing in Dracula, Hannibal Lecter, fucking Castor Troy, the Predator.
Wait, how does Hannibal Lecter kill somebody with a car? I'm confused.
Family.
It's a car that eats humans. I don't know.
I don't give a fuck. Castor Troy is in this damn film. There we go.
Castor Troy's in this film. Stallone's Terminator.
Are you sure it's Castor Troy and not the other one though?
It's going to be both.
Actually, what if?
Yeah.
So
What if it's-
you have the one where it's actually Nicolas Cage being Castor Troy, and then you have fucking what's his name playing
Travolta.
Nicolas Cage
Travolta.
Castor Troy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And meanwhile,
I like
the
this.
good guys, the family, are recruiting like duplicates of themselves from their own movie universes. So you get like Triple X, Riddick, the Crank guy, Transporter, the Expendables, the Italian Job people, fucking Bloodshot and Baby Boy, everybody. And then eventually it gets to the real world, and the Fast and the Furious people, they just can't adjust, and they all end up like crashing through windows and dying.
Oh, where do you just get looking?
God,
Okay.
no. The Fast and the Furious characters could not exist with real car physics.
Exactly. So they all die very quickly, and then it's up to the rest of the team.
I was
So it's up to
thinking-
Baby Boy to save the day.
This is the pitch I was thinking in my head, but I didn't come out my head. Damn it.
Well, I got a title. I've got a title also. It's Fast and the Furious presents F10 Hobbs's and Shaw's Last Action Heroes.
Can I ask a question? Can we have the cars from Cars be what they drive?
Fuck yeah, we can.
So you get Ka-chow when the universe ends.
You know what?
Yes.
You know what? Fuck y'all.
He's got the Infinity Gauntlet. He says Kachara and the world ends.
Fuck all you. I'm
I
putting
am
Eric.
inevitable.
Fuck
I
all
am
you.
like
Eric
the
Andre
king.
is going to be in my film.
How did I snap? Wow.
Fuck all you. Eric Andre is going to be in my film plus Kevin Hart. So boom.
You can keep Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart's already in my universe. He was in Hobbs and Shaw 1.
Fuck.
And Jumanji, which is
Yeah,
also
yeah,
a
that
rock
is
project.
Hey, yeah. Well, I still got fucking Eric Andre. So fuck you.
I think I've got like every movie universe you can
I
possibly.
feel like Eric Andre
don't
would
have
be
Eric
a
Andre.
hell to work with.
Ooh,
No,
but the
I
twist,
don't got
the
Eric
twist
Andre.
is that
He
the
was
Scorpion
full of
King is
shit.
working with the bad guys.
Actually, Eric Andre is the villain in my film. You want to see that? now?
But it's not Eric Andre playing a character. It's just
No,
Eric
it's
Andre.
Eric Andre.
It's just
playing
straight
Eric
up Eric
Andre.
Andre.
Yes, there's what's gonna be. It's Eric Andre playing Eric Andre. That's what's gonna be the villain. There you go. Boom. Sold. You're gonna watch it.
All right, Zach, what's your pitch?
Okay. This is gonna get weird. This is a remake.
Mhm.
And the action movies, it's one guy living alone in his apartment, obsessing over this action series that's been going from 2000 to 2010. And he's just been watching these movies over and over, obsessing to the point where he is such a fan, he buys the 3D glasses from the first showing. And he's watching it at home, and that's what pulls him into the film.
So it's like a reverse 3D.
Mhm.
Awesome.
And also, if he lifts it, we go all They Live, and you can see what it looks like without the special effects.
That's real good.
That's cool.
Pulling in a They Live reference is pretty damn cool.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Jason Statham. It's a foreign guy. He's good, but I want the chief guy to be Terry Crews.
That's good.
And I want them to buddy cop it up because they cannot stand the guy. The guy is super annoying there. He keeps trying to direct what they do
Mhm.
and to predict all this. And he's just annoying the crap out of them.
I'm imagining like a young M. Night Shyamalan. just like an
Yes.
annoying, like very eager director type.
Exactly. And they eventually get pulled back through. They get separated. They slowly, Jason and Terry slowly develop feelings for each other because, you know,
Of course.
it's 2021. They can do that.
They're allowed to do
it's-
that.
Yeah. And
They're not allowed to do that in 93, but they can do that in 2000.
well, I would say 2001 to 2010 kind of era, but still, even then, with action heroes, you wouldn't see that.
Yeah.
And one of the things is I want Terry Crews to kind of experience racism for the first time, because in all those movies,
Mhm.
in that era, all those action movies, it's like it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I just want that scene to be there to just show.
Just cut and paste any
Yep.
any Terry faces racism scene from Brooklyn Nine-Nine into this movie.
Exactly. And
It's
something like that.
Action Jackson touched on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Because Action Jackson had like the white people who couldn't tell the difference between him and the other guy in the red shirt.
So, and I was thinking, so they start to progress as people, but they find out if they do not go back that the film itself starts being erased from history because they were the plot glue, you know.
Yeah.
And as the movie goes on, they start to realize that the thing that's going on is the fan is entirely toxic and disruptive, and he's really let the movie series rule his life. So it literally takes these two characters being real, progressing, and convincing him that he is living an unhealthy lifestyle.
It's like what's a layer below parasocial relationship?
Exactly. And they even have to bar him from getting in when the portal closes. They break the glasses, and he's just banging on the TV.
So
So
the kid is the bad guy in this.
yes,
No, the way I saw it, he's like a full neck beard.
he's kind of a tragic villain.
Yeah.
Where it's like, but you do see him in the future, and he does start to let up on things. He starts to do other things.
In the movie universe? Is he stuck in the movie universe though?
He's not in the universe. He gets
okay.
locked out of that
he gets locked
universe.
out of the movie. Got it. Okay.
Exactly. Because in my opinion, it's like, what's more villainous to a meta narrative than a toxic fan?
Oh, I guess your pitch also throws in a little Pleasantville as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
And I
Anyway.
love Pleasantville.
Anyway,
And a little Back to the Future in there.
yeah. Anyway, throw my plugs on the screen. I gotta go do another thing.
All right.
There
All
it
right.
is.
Fair.
Yep.
Eric's gone. All right. So this is a good show.
Does anyone want to know my pick?
Go ahead.
2005 Meatball Machine.
What is this?
2005, but it's the I want to do the 2005 version of Meatball Machine.
Hold on.
Meatball Machine.
Full throttle,
This is a
splatterific.
movie.
Yes, it is.
Okay. A couple's love is split by alien parasites invading the Earth, turning people into cyborg fighters. Holy shit. This sounds weirdly similar to something that I'm writing right now.
Gonna find out you're ripping somebody off.
So
So
I'm into
Japanese-
this.
Okay, Japanese Full Throttle. So this is Japanese cyberpunk.
Oh, it's a little more than that. It's its own thing. It's more extensy than that.
Okay,
it's
so
on-
it's like a Cronenberg body horror type.
Yeah, it's splattery.
All right,
Nice.
it's free on Tubi. All right, okay. All right, Meatball 2005 Meatball Machine. All right, cool.
Try not to watch this with people around. I made that mistake for the first time.
Oh, I'm watching this on my
I
phone.
watched it. Okay, I did the worst thing possible. I watched it in a hospital waiting room.
Oh, no.
That's not the time. but I wanted to see the end.
All right. Well, all right. What you got? All right. So, with that said, what y'all got to plug?
Nothing.
Nothing. All right. Scott, you got
Oh,
Yeah,
something?
find me
I-
on Twitter or on here.
All right, all right.
We just had our episode of the Snyder Cut episode of Film Talk
Yeah, I was.
that just came out.
Yeah.
You talk about how that movie can go to hell. That movie can go to hell.
That movie is solid.
Yeah, that's what we said. It's solid. We didn't hate it.
I have
I
a
don't
theory.
think it was necessarily a glowing review, but it was like
I have a
that
theory.
was okay.
I think that movie relies on Stockholm syndrome
I don't disagree entirely.
because
because you can hear it in my review where I'm defending like Steppenwolf's costume and stuff like that. It's definitely that.
and it's because you know how bad the original cut was too, and then you get an even longer cut.
Yep.
It's Stockholm's.
It is a combination of that, and it is just
Oh,
better.
and you
It's a
can hear
better
my
movie.
It's
ear to my
been
voice. Like,
slightly better, but it's seriously holding you at gunpoint.
no,
and then you
you
fall in
can
love.
hear my complete argument during it because it was like Scott was defending it, and I was basically you. Like, yeah, you shouldn't have this in here. You shouldn't have this in here. It shouldn't be in there. We both agreed about Martial Manhunter. So, you want to know about that? Go watch
Yeah,
it.
I said cut the last 20 minutes of the movie.
We did say
entirely.
that, yeah. I literally said it would have been better. They just would have added like 5 minutes of him just watching the fight between everybody, just saying, aren't you supposed to be going in there fighting? No, I just like being a dick.
And to be fair, like all of our problems with the Snyder universe were still like we were like everything that we were saying was with that grain of salt. Like we don't really like this universe.
Yeah.
But this is the best he's given us of it, I think.
Yeah, and we even said I would actually love to see him if to just end it. I would like him to do Kingdom Come. I think I would like to see him do it. Just end it. Get an older version. It's the perfect ending. They're old. Redo the cycle.
I do still like your pick for Eric Andre as Joker. I think that would be
Oh yeah, Eric Andre as the Joker, perfect. Yes. Him as a Joker would be awesome. Him throwing
can't be
shit
worse
at-
than Jared Leto.
Yeah, way better. He would have been throwing shit.
I do not mind Leto's Joker at all. It's fine.
Okay,
I
would
said
you
it in
ra-
our review, but I thought that he was better in Suicide Squad.
Yeah, we definitely agree with that. Yeah. But
Like
Zach,
you can't deny he has Joker qualities.
Zach, okay, Zach,
Sure, yeah.
Zach, do not deny this. I can get you right now. Would you rather have Eric Andre playing the Joker or Jared Leto?
I'm not sure with Eric Andre.
You're not sure, but you want to see it.
I don't
He's like
really
the
want.
human with the most
Okay,
Joker
my
energy.
problem is I've seen Dax do that Joker song and I wanted to throw up.
Who?
Dax, the rapper.
Mm.
He's hanging around with Tom McDonald now, which is sad.
Well, I mean, the baby did it, so did a rap video with him dressing up as Joker. I mean, does that make
Like, did you know who I really want? There's a guy called Joker Gang Gang. That guy is fucking nuts.
Oh,
Honestly, I still want Nicolas Cage to do it.
I do. Too. Oh shit!
Like I watched Vampires Kiss the other night, and like he was basically the Joker in that. Yeah, you might as well just put him in a purple suit.
There we go. That's exactly what he did. That.
I can't think of a better way to end this episode.
All right,
Okay.
guys.
Wait, I gotta show you guys this. This can't. This is.
So you want to show this on the show, or do you want to?
No, I'm just gonna show you guys because it is.
Can I end the show? That's what I'm asking.
Yep.
All right, guys, we're ending the show. Zach is going to show us something off screen. If you want to know, go follow him at Backwards Brains. We'll see you next time on the next episode of Is It Rotten? I almost forgot the name. Yes, I did. Damn it. See y'all, guys. Bye.